Okay, so from our previous video, we have our Excel file ready with numbers, and now we are moving on to calculations. Now in this cell, we want the sum total of these numbers. So before going there, let me tell you basics of for using formulas. So here, let me type in some numbers, say 20, 10, and here in this cell, what we will do is we will add 20 and 10 and get the result. Now for that, in Excel we use a formula or function, and formula and function always start with the equal to sign. So here I have entered equal to, and then we need to add 20 and 10, so for that we don't need to do this, say 20 plus 10, enter. See, this will give us the result. Obviously 20 plus 10, the answer is 30. But when I say change the number, say instead of 10 I enter 50 here, this result is not changing. If I select this 30 figure here and go to the formula bar, it tells me that the formula that I have used is 20 plus 10, and it gives me that result as 30. But when I am changing this number here, the result is not changing because in my formula I have used static numbers to create the formula. So instead of that, to create the formula, what you need to do is I delete this thing. Start the formula again with equal to sign, and then instead of typing in 20 as a number, give the cell reference of this cell, the 20, which is currently in M column and row number 3, which means that is cell M3. So I will type in M3 here, and like I typed in M3, automatically M3 appears in blue color and a blue color box is selected. Now Excel is helping me to understand that I am giving the correct reference. I have given the reference of this cell. Then I type in the plus sign, and then I need this 50. 50 is currently in cell N3. So cell N3 I can type in like I did previously, but another way is to click on that cell. So if I click on this cell, automatically N3 appears in my formula. So it tells me that I am referring to cell N3. Now the formula is complete. Press enter on the keyboard and see, you get the result as 70. So we have sum total of 20 plus 50. Now when I click on this cell, formula bar tells me that my formula is M3 plus N3. Whatever value is there in M3 will get added to the value in cell N3, and I'll get the result in this cell. So what's the use of giving references? Here we can see that if I change the number, my result automatically changes. So result depends on the values of M3 and N3, and whenever M3 and N3 value changes, my result also changes. Okay, so this is how we can use formulas in Excel. Let me delete all this and let's come back here. Now here what we want is we need to add the numbers of our Jan month of all the cities. So for that, as I told you, we will start the formula with equal to sign. Come here, click on this cell. I get my cell reference as C5. Type in the plus formula. I click here. I get the cell reference as C6. Again plus sign, C7 plus sign, C8, and then press enter. I get my result as 10.42. I click here, I can see in the formula bar what is my formula, C5 plus C6 plus C7 plus C8, and if I change a number here, instead of 3.49, say if I type in 4.59, so here I get an updated result automatically. So this is one of the ways of using a formula in Excel. Now here what we have is we have just 4 numbers to be added. So which is why I type in a equal to sign, select a cell one by one. That's okay. It doesn't take too much time because we have only 4 cells here. But what if my data is too long? We have say 100 of cells and we need to add all the numbers in those 100 cells. Then how we can go on clicking each and every cell there. So instead of doing that, Excel offers us a function here, and instead of a formula, we will start a function. Type in is equal to, and we are going to use sum function. As soon as I type sum, now Excel starts helping me. It says it has so many formulas that we can use. As of now, we are using the basic sum formula. So after typing in the formula, you can double click on this sum and to select it, or else what you can do is type in a round bracket to start your formula. So is equal to sum, round bracket open, and then you need to select the numbers that you need to add. Okay, so here click on this and don't click on like this one by one. You can just click and drag the range, and as I drag it and select it, my formula tells me now I have selected C5 and the double dots and then C8. That's a range from C5 to C8 I have selected. Okay, so I have selected the range of numbers that is from C5 to C8. I close my round bracket and I press enter. I get my result. Okay, so this is a bit easier. Instead of selecting all the cells one by one in a formula, you can use this sum function, and this sum function helps us to select a range of cells together at once, and all the numbers in that range of cells will get added and we will get our result. Okay, so this is one of the other methods. We have one more method which is much faster than this. Okay, so I click here in this cell, we go to formulas and we can use this auto sum function. Now what auto sum does, we can click on this and we can see that we can do average and max minimum as well. But right now what we want is we want to focus on sum. So I have clicked here in this cell, and when we go here in formulas and click on auto sum, what auto sum function does is it will automatically try to find numbers besides the cell that we have selected. So it will look on the left hand side, on the right hand side, at the bottom or the top, and it will try to find numbers that he can add. Okay, so I have clicked here in this cell, and say if I click on this auto sum button once, it automatically shows me that it is giving a sum formula, and it has automatically find some numbers above the cell that we have selected, and it has automatically selected that range. Now the range that it has selected is C5 to C9. Now obviously we don't need this blank, so what we can do is we can click here and erase that 9 and type in 8, C5 to C8. So we just click on auto sum, and the auto sum formula gives us the function automatically, and we can press enter and we get the result. Okay, so this is how we use to make the calculations. We can use a formula, or else we can use Excel ka functions. Now once we use a function in this cell, now we want similar kind of result for these numbers and these numbers for the cell in here and here as well. So instead of typing in the formula or creating the formula again, what we can do is we can copy paste this formula. Now that is what is called as relative referencing of cells. Now what is relative referencing of cells? We will learn in our next video. In this video we have seen how we can use formula and functions. I hope you have understood. If not, please go through the video once again, and I will see you in the next video where we will learn what is relative cell referencing. See you in next video.